Hello and welcome to another Hungry Heavy Crafts video, and today I'm walking you through how to build a layout. And the layout that I'm going to be making is inspired by Polaroids. So I have taken my silhouette and cut out these Polaroid frames and printed these pictures to fit it. And that's going to be the main element of my layout today. Here's a selection of some papers I'm going to use, and I also really like this acetate, the black printed acetate. I think it's really pretty, and hopefully we'll be able to incorporate most of these elements into a layout. I'm going to start with my photos because I know that's definitely where I want to start, and I'm using my glue runner to pop them into place and stick them down, make sure that they're nice and stuck in there, and we'll add some glue to the back of the picture to smoosh it down in place. There we go. Now the inside of my paper was blue and I can see a little blue strip at the bottom here, so I'm going to snip it off and trim it away with some scissors. That's better. So I have my two Polaroid pictures now, and that's going to be the main focal area of my photo. And I've chosen a couple of different papers here too, and I'm going to use a cream coloured as a background, and this pink tone on tone scrapbook page really stood out. I love the pattern is quite subtle, it adds some interest, so that's going to be my starting point for building the main element of the page. I want to stick it down here on my cream coloured backing scrapbook paper, and when I stick it down I want to create an equal border along the top, the right hand side, and the bottom edge as well. That looks like it will be good. So that's my starting point. I've chosen this lovely mint colour too. I knew I really wanted to use it. The mint and the pink go lovely together. And I've cut a strip. It's going to go roughly about here. But I want to play around first of all and test some of my elements to see exactly if I'm happy with them before I commit to glue. This pattern paper has got some pinks in it, it has green, it's got a slightly that minty bluey green colour in the flowers too, and so it's really my piece of paper that ties the whole colour scheme together. It's rather busy, so I don't want to overwhelm my page. I want enough that's going to make an impact, but not too much that's going to overwhelm. So let's trim away that little edge and see what this looks like if we pop it down here to create a pennant coming down from the page. I love this journaling card that says "Hello there, sunshine," and I thought that I might put it here, but my Polaroids don't pop enough. So you'll see in a minute where I come back to that. But before I make a decision on that, here's another scrapbook page. It's got lots of lovely stripes, and I'm picking out a couple of them which matches my colour scheme. This minty green colour here that I'm cutting, and also one which has the pink and some yellow tones in it too, and hopefully I'll be able to put them into my layout too. I like the pennant look, so let's cut a notch out of the bottom of both of these, and we can move them around and try to find an area that I'm happy with. I like clustering in threes, so my original thought was to add 3 pennants vertically like this, but I'm still not happy with that "Hello there, sunshine" piece of paper. I know I want to incorporate it into the design somewhere, but at this stage I'm not quite sure. I'll set it to the side. To mount my Polaroids, I'm going to use another piece of paper then, because the other one wasn't quite working for me. And this you can't really see on the video, but it's a really light grey chevron, grey on white chevron. And I want to put it here, and then my Polaroids will go on top like this. It's a really good fit for my page. I feel it's not overwhelming, it's not too boring, and it works well. You can still see my Polaroids pop out, and it's a similar tone to the mint green. So let's stick that together because I know I want to use that, and I'll use this pink cardstock as a guide to make sure that the edge is lined up perfectly straight. There we go. I'm using the glue runner to pop it down in place, and it's good because I can always lift up elements if I want to and reposition them. It takes a few moments for it to dry completely, that gives you a little bit more flexibility. Let's stick this down here, and I know as well that this mint green pennant is going to go underneath here like that. You'll see that the floral pattern pokes out the top of the pink paper, and with the mint I'm going to put it right up to the edge, the outside edge of my layout, and it's almost as if then they're breaking out of the mold, and it ties in the whole page and anchors it to the cream coloured background. I've got some washi tape now, and I'm going to use this across here. Washi tape's a really lovely way to cover an edge or to bring more colour into your page. So I'll use this yellow one, and I also have a grey one here which I'm going to use as well, bringing in and tying in the grey from that chevron. And once again I'm going to leave that edge on the left hand side so it sticks out. I could tuck it underneath, but I quite like the way it breaks up the linear lines on my layout and anchors it to the back of the page. So I'm definitely feeling more happy with this now. Let's put my Polaroids back down, and I know that I want to incorporate stamping in this layout. This is a Kirsty Wiseman stamp set, really cute text, and I'm hoping this will fit down here. I want to put an element or a stamped image down onto the bottom of my Polaroids, and I like this one that says "You make me smile." So let's stamp it, and I'm using my Memento ink for this. It gives a really good impression. Perfect. For my other Polaroid, I found this stamp from my Hero Art stamp set. It says "So Stinking Cute," which I thought was very apt considering the photo is about me and my little daughter, who's 2 years old, holding a little tiny brown mouse, and it was the cutest thing ever. Let's stamp that at the bottom of my Polaroid here. Here's my journaling. I have printed it out onto some cream coloured card, and it's going to go in this bottom section of the layout. I haven't quite figured it out, but I have taken my Cameo and cut out a phrase saying "little brown mouse," and I've drawn this with my Wacom tablet. I love the way that the effect of your own handwriting in a die cut can add a bit more of a personal touch to your page. So brown and mouse is going to go in this area, and that's why I've left a blank area below my journaling on the card. I'm just going to gently pick up the die cut using my Quick Sticks picker-upper device. I'll trim away the side, and I'll be able to stick this down soon. So it's going to go in this area. Once again, I'm not quite sure exactly at this stage what I'm going to do. Perhaps I'll incorporate this pink and yellow stripe across here, and I'm just playing around at this stage, moving around the elements, trying to figure out a way that they're going to work really well together. And I like this, but it's too long, so I've trimmed off the bottom now, and it is rather blank. So let's take my washi tape. This time I've got a cream and pink coloured washi tape, and I'll stick it along this bottom edge of my journaling card like this and fold it over. And now I'm going to use my corner chomper to round the edges, because I really like the rounded edges on my journaling sections on my layout. It's something I really like to do. So this is definitely going to go in this bottom area. Let's stick it down now, around about here. And if you notice the gap below my journaling there, that pink line is almost the same size, or is the same size as the pink line at the top of the paper above the mint colored card. And that's a really nice way to create balance in your layout. Let's tuck in that section there. Now, this is my die cut title. Once again, like I said, this is my own handwriting, printed and cut out, drawn using my Wacom and printed on a Silhouette Cameo. Sorry. And to stick it down, I'm using this Quick Sticks glue pen. It's perfect for getting those little fiddly bits. You can get a really good coverage on it. And I'm finding that to use tweezers is absolutely essential with these little pinickety bits. You can make sure that you're not getting glue all over your fingertips and then rubbing it onto your layout by accident. There we go. Now I did actually cut out this piece of acetate strip, and I thought I was going to put it on my layout, but I can't quite find an area that it's going to fit, so I'll set it aside for just now. However, I did cut out some of these butterflies from that printed acetate, and I'm using a Martha Stewart Punch Anywhere punch for that. It was a little bit tricky. You had to put a bit of weight behind your punch, but it came through absolutely fine. Didn't seem to damage the punch, which is great. I'm going to put this journaling circle around about here so my butterflies can really stand out. They look best whenever there's light colored behind them. And I've got 2 or 3 that I've already punched, and I'm going to add to the layout. And I've got these little hat pins, and I thought it'd be cute to put them in the middle of my butterflies. So using a piercing tool on a foam mat, I'll pop 2 holes into my butterfly and then push the pin in and out of those holes. Wiggle it about a little to make sure it's secure. And then that's ready to go. This is a stamp that says a little birdie told me. I had cut Little Brown Mouse, but the little didn't come out properly, so I'm going to use this stamp. I only want the word little, so I'm going to take my washi tape that I have on hand to cover up the elements and areas of the stamp that I don't actually want ink to get onto. You can use post-it notes for this, but I like the way you can wrap the washi tape around the acrylic block to make sure that it's in exactly the right area and it's not going to move. Let's ink up the stamp now. And then pull off the washi tape. And this is probably the trickiest part, to make sure you're not getting the ink onto your fingertips. Now when I'm stamping the image, I know it's only going to stamp the section that says little, because that's the only area of the stamp that has the ink on it. There we go. Now I'm back to embellishing. I've got this little felt owl, which I want to put on here to bring out some more yellow. And I'm still coming back to this Hello There Sunshine piece of paper. What I'm going to do is to trim it down to create another pennant shape. Just cut it out of the background and use this as a smaller element. So let's move it around, see what works, and I think I really like it here. I'm going to stick that down around about here to overlap some of my pennants and bring them all together, and I'll also attach it using my tiny attacher. The staples add another fun dimension to the card and lots of different textures. Now back to my butterflies and the rest of the embellishments. Photo corners I love. Going to put one up here and one on the top right as well, and maybe do some more. I love the way that these add an extra element to the page. I'm ready to commit to some glue with these elements and work with what I've got. let's stick this down. I'll tuck it underneath the Hello There Sunshine and stick down my photos. And this one too. And I can see there's actually, it's stuck up a little bit. Let's smoosh it down and trim off this blue edge that I can see poking through again. And I'm going to put these photos at a little bit of an angle, and that makes it just a little bit more fun. There's a lot of straight lines on the layout, and I want my photographs to stand out, so I'm going to make them a little different. Let's stick down these butterflies using some glue dots, and I also have some buttons tied with twine to go in the middle of them. Here we go. And we'll stick down my little felt owl too. Put him here. And the reason I'm using the owl is that although it's a mouse that we're holding, we were at a family attraction called Bird World, so my owl is appropriate there. I've picked out these yellow labels from Jenny Bonin Designs, and I'm going to add it to the left of my Polaroids to create a visual triangle for that yellow color. I've got Hello There Sunshine at the top, then I have my little owl, and this label just tucked behind adds another pop of yellow. And in the middle of my yellow triangle is the photos, which is the main element that I want to draw attention to. I'm nearly finished, but I'm adding one more little pennant shape here. I think I'll take this one to bring in more of the black to tie in my butterflies and of course the title too. And I want it along here, but underneath the pink and yellow pennant. So let's tuck it in. And one more element. I think I'm going to have a little clip, and I'm going to put this onto my photo. And I'm going to choose the dark coloured one, the dark browny black coloured one here, to go on my photo just here. These are really fun elements. I think they're really cute. Now, and that's it. That's the layout finished. I'm really happy with it. I hope that you have enjoyed watching it today. Here's some more photos so you can see the layout up close, and some of the elements. You can see I've added some stitching just to finish the whole page and add some more texture. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.